there, you're welcome to the only show that brings you happenings in the world of diplomacy and international relations, Diplomatic Affairs. My name is Harriet Nati. The show comes off every Saturday between the hours of 4 to 5 o'clock p.m. on Pan-African television. We are also in over 40 African countries and in some parts of Europe via satellite. You can also catch us on Facebook and YouTube and get to know what is happening when it comes to issues bordering around diplomacy and international relations. So today is another day where we go out and keep our lenses active and capture all the stories that are making headlines for you. We will start with the biggest festival in the world. Now let's talk about the biggest beer festival in the world, Oktoberfest. Well, the event or the festival is held annually in Munich, Bavaria, Germany. Oktoberfest is an important part of German culture, having been in existence since the year 1810. The event held at Labadi Beach Hotel is one of many celebrated in cities across the world. Well, I had the opportunity to sit with the managing director of the Labadi Beach Hotel to discuss the German replicated festival in Ghana on the back of cultural diplomacy. Here, let's take you to the Labadi Beach Hotel. Enjoy this interview. We'll be speaking to Mr. David Ejiafo, and we'll be talking about Ghana's hospitality industry with the recently held Oktoberfest in mind. My guest is Mr. David Ejiafo, and David is the MD, the Managing Director of the Labadi Beach Hotel right here in Accra, Ghana's pride, and it's one of the best hospitality facilities in the country and beyond. You know, when we talk about hotels, the Labadi Beach Hotel is the first that comes in mind before the rest. So we are here to discuss the recently held Oktoberfest, which took place at the Labadi Beach Hotel. It was grand, it was huge, it was so full, the place was packed. It was a celebration of cultural exchanges between Germany and Ghana. This is something that happens every year, and it's only the Labadi Beach Hotel that actually carries this initiative, which makes the entire country very open to the rest of the world. Mr. Ejiafo, it's such a pleasure to have you on Diplomatic Affairs. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. And how about you too?
I am super to have you on my show.
It's a pleasure to be on your show, Harriet. And for me, it's a testament that we're doing something right. That's why you are here.
You are doing something right, not just for yourselves, but the country at large.
Thank you.
We are happy to be part of this organization. We've been
you.
friends for a very long time.
We
see the progress. We've been following you,
Thank
and
you.
we see the progress. Now,
Right.
I would want us to talk about the hospitality industry.
Sure.
And I'm talking about Ghana's hospitality industry. So we are speaking with Ghana in mind.
Right.
Let's talk about how the industry is faring.
Harriet, the industry in Ghana, when it comes to hospitality, is a growing one. It's been around for a while in other places, but when it comes to Ghana, it's now getting to a certain level that we can say, yes, we are at par with the other venues or locations around the globe, especially the East Africans, the South Africans, and in Europe and America and elsewhere. We are getting there slowly, but it's a long journey for us.
And, it's a long journey for us.
Yes.
But we are peaking.
We are
at the end
picking.
of the day.
We are picking.
All
we are
right.
picking.
That's
Yes.
wonderful. You are known for one of the biggest events in the world,
Right.
Oktoberfest.
Yes.
Now, first, I would want us to talk about why is it so important for us to project German culture in Ghana?
Harriet, we are in a global village. And we're talking about cultural tourism. And most often, we always look at just within. But sometimes you have to look at outside and see what happens in other places. So for us in Labadi Beach Hotel, about 10 years ago, we took upon ourselves to have Oktoberfest in Labadi Beach Hotel, and of course in Ghana, because no other hotel does Oktoberfest in Ghana here. It's only Labadi Beach Hotel.
You have the bragging right.
Of course, and we started slowly. It wasn't easy, and I remember at one point we had to bring in a police band, and we had just about 10 to 20 people in the massive beach gardens, and it was so poorly attended. But we didn't give up. The following year, we did another one. This time, the patronage wasn't bad. And then we did for the third time. And then we said, no, we have to incorporate. If we are following somebody's culture and you want to exhibit somebody else's culture, you have to bring in their food, you have to bring in their drinks, whatever they do there. So we started incorporating the German beers, the German food. So that is when we realized that, okay, people love those things. So we started growing it. The fourth year, we decided to bring in a German band. And you know, it costs a lot of money to bring a band from Europe to play in a place like Labadi Beach Hotel, where we are not sure of the crowd, whether it's going to make us money or not. But we said, no, we need to promote this cultural tourism to give Ghanaians something different, something new, because otherwise it becomes very boring every time the same thing. So give them something different. Don't forget we have Germans in Ghana. Don't forget we have Ghanaians who have lived in Germany and have experienced these things. So yes, it's somebody else's culture, but we also have Germans in Ghana. We have Ghanaians who have lived in Germany before. Don't forget Ghanaians have a link with Germany. We call them boga,
Right.
you know that thing.
Right.
So we did this with all this in mind, that it's not just those who don't know, but those who know as well, the Oktoberfest tradition. You know, it's one of the oldest traditions and oldest festivals in this world. And
Interesting.
yeah. So we brought in the band at our own expense, and it went well, but not as we expected. But we didn't give up. We brought in a second band another year, and then for the last 2 years, which is last year and this year, we took it to another level. We brought in the Bayern Boys band from Munich, because Munich is the center where the fun starts. We imported the German sausages. We got everything from where it has to come from. We got a German beer. We got a supplier to bring us the German beer. And then we did last year Oktoberfest on the terrace. The terrace was packed. I'm sure you were there. We had almost all the embassies patronizing Oktoberfest. So we realized, okay, this is getting interesting. It's something that has come to stay. So we have to do it better and take it to another level. So this year, we said to ourselves, what can we do to make it better than last year? Because last year's patronage was in excess of 1,000, I believe. So we said, okay, let's take it to the marquee. The marquee right behind me here is a glass marquee, and it can take over 1,000 at a go. We did all we can. It costs a lot of money. It's a huge investment to put up that marquee and to make sure that it's in good shape for Oktoberfest. We brought the same band again. That's the Bayern Boys band. The band is just amazing, simply amazing. Two-man band, but they can rock the whole place as if it's a 10-man band.
Wow.
Oh yes. And you know, Oktoberfest cannot be Oktoberfest without the Bavarian music. So that was also one of the reasons why we brought the band from Germany,
Right.
specifically from Munich. So we took the Oktoberfest to the marquee. And that was where the game began and the fun started. We had in excess of 1,000 each day. So we did 2 days, Friday and Saturday, because we don't want to overstretch. But seeing how it went, we are thinking we'll come up with something very different next year. So those who came for Oktoberfest this year, they really had a good.
Right, and if you didn't participate in Oktoberfest this year, which recently took place right here at the Labadi Beach Hotel, then you missed big time. So you need to make sure that you've marked your calendars and set your reminders for the coming year so you can be part of it. But David, I took a lot of things from your presentation. When you talk about Oktoberfest, we are looking at tourism.
Yes.
We are looking at opening our doors to the world.
Yes.
And we are looking at focusing on the Germans.
Yes.
And drawing the entire Europeans to Ghana.
Yes.
So we use Germany
to
get the doors open so other European countries can also troop in.
Correct.
So you are promoting tourism in a huge way.
Fantastic.
And do you have any collaboration with the government? Because when we talk about tourism, it is not one man's business kind of a thing. We need the private sector and of course the public sector to come together and push initiatives as this. This is such a brilliant one. How are we getting government support in this direction?
Well, currently there is no government support for what we do. We believe in the private sector, as you rightly said, but of course it would be good to have government support to make it flow better. But what we did recently didn't have any government support. Rather, we got a lot of support from the AHK, which is the German Chamber of Commerce. And they supported a lot with publicity and all that, because we are members of the AHK as well. We are premium members. So they supported big time with a lot of things in terms of the adverts, the publicity. We also got a lot of help from media organizations like the multimedia group. They also supported. We got support also from Brussels Airline. They gave us support in terms of bringing them the band to Labadi Beach Hotel.
Boys.
Yes. So it's all private led and private sector led. For now, we don't have government support, but it will be good, Harriet, to have government support because we are promoting tourism in Ghana. Look, from where I sit right now and what we have seen or what we saw for the last weekend, Friday and Saturday, Oktoberfest has come to stay in Labadi Beach Hotel and in Ghana, and we are looking beyond Ghana to pull people to this side of town. Don't forget that nearby Togo is a German colony.
Right.
And so if you're doing Oktoberfest here, what stops Togolese from coming to Labadi Beach Hotel or Accra to have fun and to be part of the whole festival? Because Oktoberfest is a worldwide tradition, or let's say worldwide festival that everybody knows in Europe. It's one of the festivals that attract people from all over at a go. It's a beautiful culture that for us, not just for Labadi, but for Ghana, because cultural diversity is key in even growing your own culture and promoting tourism as well. Because if you have different things going for you, people, human beings, we are dynamic. We like changes. We like different things to make it exciting. So we need to put some things in place to excite people. Right. And that's one of the things why we, in Labadi Beach Hotel, are keen on taking Oktoberfest to another level. So your question as to government support, I think it will be awesome. From where what we've done so far, I think this is the time that support comes in, because bringing sausages and all these things on your own is very expensive, all in the name of promoting tourism.
Right.
Okay.
An authentic culture.
Authentic culture for people to see and come and see how Ghanaians were even enjoying the food. You know, Labadi is the home of good food, and we do it the right way in terms of the German way of doing it when it comes to Oktoberfest food. And we import the German beer. So all these things, people realize that, okay, so this is what is experienced in other jurisdictions. We can leverage on that to do something unique also in Ghana. Don't forget, in Ghana, we have scattered festivals. We have the Fantas having their own festival, the Gans having their own festival, the Airways having their own festival. So it's all scattered. We have the Abuachis, we have the Homowars, we have the Obochochos, we have the one in Cape Coast, in Elmina, all those ones. So we don't have one grand festival
Or
like
big umbrella.
like they do, or for instance like Oktoberfest.
Right.
So I'm not saying Oktoberfest should be Ghanaian, but I'm saying it gives you ideas to also have your own unique festival, national one, that everybody can come together, whether it's a Ga, it's a Fante, it's from the north, from Volta, wherever, everybody can come together and enjoy it. Don't forget, when you do this, it also promotes unity.
Right.
In the marquee here on Friday, all nationalities were here. We have Spanish, we have Germans, we have Italians,
From
we have
the diplomatic community.
They were all here.
Represented.
They were all here. Unfortunately, the German ambassador had traveled, so he sent the head of missions
Right.
to come in, to tap the keg, to pour the first beer. You know, that's the tradition. You have to have the mayor of the city to tap the keg to get the first drink out. So we got the head of missions, Francesca. Thanks to her, she did the tapping of the keg to get the first beer out. So we followed the tradition to the letter in Labadi Beach Hotel. So we are saying tourism is very important for the country's own growth.
Right.
It gives wealth, I mean,
It
revenue.
creates employment.
It creates employment.
Yeah, increases our GDP.
Of course, all these things are I mean, they are there for, and above all, the unity.
Yes.
You know, it's beautiful when people come together. The networking alone, you saw people who don't know each other talking and raising their glasses. We should have had a beer for we do the Oktoberfest thing.
Right.
So you know how they do it.
Please let them bring the beer. Let them bring the beer. I'll be waiting.
No, I mean, it was
Let them
fun.
bring
It
the
was
beer.
fun. So I think I'll go back to the government support. It to be awesome.
Interesting, David. I can just picture how this place looked like during the celebration of Oktoberfest.
Yeah.
And like you said, this has been going on for the period of 10 good years.
It's over 10 years, yes,
It's
in
over
Labadi.
10
But we have kind of advanced.
Right, improved.
Improved on
and
it,
and that's
yes.
the beauty of the
Yes,
story, because
yes.
nobody gets it right for the first
Yes,
time. So
yes.
eventually you've been committed to this
Yes,
cause, you are very
yes,
much dedicated,
yes.
and it is something you are bent on
Yes.
living it.
Of course.
And leveraging to also draw
Yes.
foreigners into our country.
Correct.
Tourists
Yes.
into our country.
Yes.
And I like the fact that we are talking about the commercial aspect of
Yes.
this initiative.
Yes.
So tourism is key. Tourism is very fundamental when it comes to every country's
Yeah.
growth.
Yeah.
You know, it is
Yeah.
one of the engines
Yeah.
considered for the growth of every country.
Yeah.
And elsewhere, they take it seriously.
Yes.
And they have people they work with
Yes.
that they can use to promote tourism.
Correct.
And so for you to have even say, you know, when we were talking, you said, you know, the idea is not to just promote elsewhere, culture
Yeah.
from elsewhere,
Yeah.
you know, on
Yeah.
our lands.
Yes.
It's fine if culture can be considered as a universal language.
It's a universal
Culture
language.
Is a universal
It's
language.
a universal language.
Culture is like football,
Yes.
soccer, where
Yes.
people forget about their
Yes.
differences,
Yes.
come together
Yes.
and enjoy the moment.
Yes.
And, you know, so it takes away racism.
Yes.
It takes away the
We
discrimination.
put everybody
It takes
in
away-
that marquee
so
behind me.
Everybody is
There
one.
were
in this
Ghanaians.
space.
There were
So there's nothing
Ivorians,
like I am
there were-
from Ghana, you are from. So it brings all of us, and there is
Yeah.
that sense of unity.
Exactly.
So for me, I think this is highly commendable if
Thank
we are
you.
looking at avenues of
Yes.
promoting culture and also putting the country out there,
Yes.
introducing Ghana to the rest of the world. So
Yes.
this is perfectly in order.
Right.
I do hope that yes, this is one of the platforms that attracts the attention of the government of our land, the
Yes.
president of our country,
Yes.
Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, and of
Yes.
course his government.
Yes.
So we do believe the foreign affairs minister as well.
Yes.
We do believe that we will have their attention so they
Right.
can quickly, you know, call you and see how best
Yeah.
you can partner and
Yeah.
drive this initiative
We are more than ready.
forever.
Yeah.
Now, you also talked about the Labadi Beach Hotel.
Yes.
How far you have come.
Yes.
What does the future look like when it comes to Ghana's hospitality industry?
Right. The future looks very bright. Customer service
and all
is
of
getting
that.
better than before. Currently, a lot of private sector driven initiatives
right?
have come on board. We have like the Service Excellence Foundation in
That's
place.
another
Even recently
amazing one.
recently they had some awards and a dinner dance in Labadi on Saturday whilst we were having Oktoberfest. And so all these things are there. Customer Service Week previously wasn't done in Ghana, but now it's been done, and people are now aware that customer service is a very key thing to promoting even tourism and growing your business. Because if you don't have the right mindset and the right attitude to deliver the right service, you don't get people into your establishment, and you don't promote also the country. So I think that we are getting there. It's a very slow pace, but we are getting there. Hotels are coming in and out. Recently, I know there are other international chains that are coming up. So we in this industry, we are upbeat. Things have changed, especially after COVID. And it's on the high in terms of business. And for me, there is so much potential in this country. If we do things right, there's so much potential. This country is rich in terms of tourism. This country would never lack if we grow our tourism sector, because everywhere you look is pure, natural, attractive. I mean, very attractive. Just go to Akosomo or look at the Volta Lake area. It's so pure. It can attract lots of tourists if it's done properly, and we have the right things in place. If we ignore to grow this sector, we will continue to be where we are. So for me, Ghana is an attractive destination, but we need to fine-tune it. It's natural. It's not like the Dubai's where everything is artificial, but
it's
Ghana
organic.
has the pure and natural environment for tourism to thrive on. We only need to fine-tune it, and we need a driver. We need the basis, you know, and of course it comes to government to have the foundation laid, and the private sector, of course, would follow through. All right.
Okay.
So it is, for me, it's a potential.
All right,
for money
interesting.
making.
It is up to government to enable the private sector to also contribute its quota to the development of our country.
You know, when we promote culture, tourism, nature is key. And for us in Labadi Beach Hotel is one area that we are very keen on drumming home. You look at this beautiful lagoon here.
Beautiful.
I mean, it suits you.
And
not.
I can see the butterflies flying around.
Not
us.
only about business and leisure, but now nature is another dimension. So there's a third dimension. So you have business, you have leisure, we have nature. People buy nature. People pay money to see nature. You know, we have it here in abundance in Ghana, everywhere we pass. So that we need to move it.
We need to move it. We have it all in abundance in our country, and we have everything we need to compete with the world. And hopefully, we have a long way to go, but I think we've come far, and we must commend ourselves as well. So we also have to admit that we have a long way to go, so we can do better and always improve on ourselves. You're still watching Diplomatic Affairs. We are talking about tourism diplomacy. We are talking about culture. We are talking about Ghana's hospitality industry, and we are talking about the brilliant initiative which has come to stay. When you talk about the Labadi Beach Hotel, one of the things they are known for is Oktoberfest. Every year, people just mark their calendars and look forward to celebrating Oktoberfest, which is a German culture being replicated right here in Ghana. The show is still Diplomatic Affairs. Now, let's talk about the recognitions. The recognitions that have come your way. And your way, I mean the entire organization. This is teamwork, and we admit that it is teamwork, you know. So let's talk about some of the applause, the loudest of applause that you have received, you know, as a facility and a hospitality institution. Best HR management in hospitality, awarded by HR Focus at the 2023 awards held in Accra, and this was on the 28th of September, recently, recently, right?
Yeah, recently.
I'm not done yet. And then there was also the CIMG Marketing Oriented Hospitality Facility of the Year,
Yes.
2022.
Yes.
This is an initiative driven by the CIMG, and it was the 34th Annual Marketing Performance Awards, which also was in September. September must be a very busy month for you.
It was actually.
Wonderful. Then you have the Excellence in Leadership Award, awarded at the second edition of Ghana CEO Awards, also in September.
Yeah.
And Pace Setter Awards at the Maiden Service Excellence Awards by the Service Excellence Foundation on 7th October. This is an initiative by one of our own. We are proud to have him as family. Caleb. Yes, this is one of the biggest events in the country. So much happening when it comes to recognitions, when it comes to the Labadi Beach Hotel.
Yeah.
You are receiving the most of applause in your endeavor.
Well,
does this come as a surprise, or I know you've been working towards this, but how do you feel?
In life, nothing surprises me. Nothing surprises me in life. And of course, don't forget, Labadi Beach Hotel is the oldest five-star hotel in Ghana. And when it comes to hospitality and customer service and food, Labadi Beach Hotel stands tall and is the first choice of both Ghanaians and international community. Okay. We have been around for 32 years. We have seen it all, and we're still seeing it. And so it doesn't come as a surprise to me with all these awards. It tells you we are doing something right here. Because I have a team of dedicated staff who can work 24/7 without complaints. They are highly motivated. In fact, my team here is awesome. I can't find words to describe the team I have here. It's a well-oiled machine. Labadi Beach Hotel is a well-oiled machine. And it's like, you say this, it is done. The team doesn't know no. Whatever you put on board, they will drive it for you. Winning all these awards comes with hard work. You know, it's not easy to be at the top, to be a first choice of everybody. It's not easy to be there. And it's not easy to be consistent, especially to do with food and beverage. We have the most consistent food in this country. We do the biggest food and beverage, or we are the biggest food and beverage outlet, hotel in this country. We do the biggest events in this country. Nobody can take that away from Labadi Beach Hotel. We are aspiring to go to the Hall of Fame.
What are we to expect in the coming days?
The future for Labadi Beach Hotel is so bright that it gives me joy anytime I look at it. I mean, look at this property. It keeps changing in terms of everything. It's an old property, but when you step here, it looks like it's recently built. So for me, coming from even the president of Afriism, that this hotel is like a young child, and anytime when he left here 30 years ago, he came and is still looking even younger. It's a testament of what this property stands for. I thank the management team, we thank the staff and everybody and our customers. Wow, they are amazing.
Right, they are amazing.
They are always with us.
Right.
Yes.
And I can feel the butterflies around us. The butterfly effect, is real.
Yeah.
Thank you so much,
Thank
Mr.
you, Harriet.
Epiafo. Well, away from that, I hope you had a very good time with that interview. President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo has received letters of credence from 6 countries to pave way for their ambassadors and high commissioners to work and also strengthen relations between Ghana and their countries. Well, it was a very important occasion when the countries presented their credentials to the president. The countries are Burkina Faso, Peru, the Republic of Zambia, the Dominican Republic, the Kingdom of Thailand, and the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. Now, President Akufo-Addo, in his remarks, assured the ambassadors of government's commitment and support in making their stay and work in the country smooth and deepening the relations between Ghana and these countries. Let's take you to the Jubilee House.
present Your Excellency the letters by which His Excellency Captain Ibrahim Traoré has accredited me as Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary to the Ghana Republic. I have also the honor to present Your Excellency the letters of recall for my predecessor. Depuis le commencement de nos relations diplomatiques en 1961, et les deux pays ont travaillé à renforcer les relations qui ont abouti à la création de la grande commission mixte avec des acquis qui sont enregistrés.
Since 1961, on the attainment of independence, the two countries have worked very closely together to strengthen the relations between them.
Et la dernière grande commission mixte a été tenue en décembre 2018.
And this was characterized by the setting up of a joint commission between the two countries. The last one being in
2018. Décembre 2018.
As late as 2018 was when the last joint commission held.
Je voudrais pour ma mission travailler sur les acquis de mes prédécesseurs et développer un certain nombre d'objectifs que je vais citer.
I intend to build upon the achievements of my predecessors and to achieve a number of things which I'm going to list now.
Le premier point
in the common fight against terrorism is a matter of the greatest significance and importance.
Ceci d'autant plus que nous vivons un moment où la lutte contre le terrorisme s'avère d'une grande importance pour nous deux.
And it is the reason why, when was this? Is it earlier this year, last year, was it, that I went to Burkina Faso? Yes. It's the reason why I myself went to Burkina Faso to meet with Captain Traoré, to look at how we could cooperate together in this common fight.
Ceci explique ma visite tout récemment, cette année même, au Burkina, pour discuter de la collaboration éventuelle entre les deux pays dans ce secteur.
And I think your presence here, knowing who you are, the importance that you have been within the military circles of Burkina Faso, can only reinforce the dynamism and the necessity for this cooperation.
Votre présence ici, votre profil étant de ce même secteur militaire, pourra renforcer tout cela.
So I'm counting on you very much to be an important link between the security forces here and those of Burkina Faso, so that we can accentuate and enhance our cooperation for the fight against terrorism in our area.
Mrs. Rosa Liliana Gomez Cardenas de Western, Ambassador Designate, Republic of Peru.
Let me signal that Peru has signed a multiple free trade agreement that makes my country very interested and attractive to deal with in the matter of trade, because that will give an opportunity to enter not only the domestic market in Peru, but also in the region and the Asia Pacific.
Issues that we have to develop together, especially with countries like yours, which have very much the same morphology, the same structure as our own, as mining countries, as coastal states, having the problems of the oceans and the environment. All these are part of the basket of issues that link our two nations. So it would be good to have a situation to be able to work on these issues in a conjoint and a common manner, educate each other, and help each other find solutions to the problems that there are. So you're very welcome here in Ghana, and looking forward to being able to deepen the relations between our two countries during the time of your tenure as ambassador here.
It's an honor for me to present to you, Your Excellency, the letter which the President of the Republic of Zambia, His Excellency, President Hakainde Hichilema, has accredited me as High Commissioner of Zambia to the Republic of Ghana. I have the honor to present the letters of recall for my predecessor. My honor to be here at Jubilee House and present fraternal greetings to you, Your Excellency, from your brother, President of the Republic of Zambia, Mr. Hakainde Hichilema, to the people of Ghana and from the people of Zambia. Your Excellency, it is indeed a pleasure to be here and to share our shared values and principles. This cannot go without the mention of our founding fathers, Dr. Kwame and Dr. Kenneth Kaunda, who fought to bring the independence of other countries to East Africa. We cherish to build on the principles which were laid by our forefathers.
As you quite rightly say, the relations between our two countries go back a long way, right till the time of independence. And the men who led the liberation movements in Africa at the time. And since then up to now, we continue to have exceptionally strong and warm relations. Indeed, the president, Hakainde Hichilema, was here with us on a state visit in Ghana earlier on in the year, visited, was very well received by the Ghanaian people. He endeared himself very much to the people of Ghana, both he and his wife who were here together. And I myself have also had the honor of visiting your country. I came for the funeral of Kenneth Kaunda, and I've also paid a state visit to Zambia in the time of President Nuru when he was in office, invited me to come. So the intercourse between our two countries continues to be very, very present and active. And there are many things that bind us together, our common membership of the African Union, of the Commonwealth, the fact that both of us are thriving democracies, and are looking for now opportunities to develop strong relations in economic and trade matters between our two countries.
It is an honor for me to present to you the letter, to Your Excellency, the letter by which His Majesty the True Grandmaster has designated me as Ambassador of Exile.
I've learned with joy that the project of the rice production is undergoing, because when I first arrived in Abuja, Mr. Joseph, the chairman of Just Group, visited me and explained it to me about his plan to do this, and so I involved in the very beginning, and now I learned that they start already. So, and also in Kasawa, yes, there have been much progress. So I'm very pleased to come to see by myself, and I will try to encourage more and try to introduce more Ghana to the potential investor. That's what I intend to do, Mr. President.
Very, very interested in having access to the technology you have for rice production in Ghana. We spend millions and millions of CDs, of dollars
Yes.
on the importation of rice. And we have all the circumstances in our country to enable us also to be self-sufficient in rice production. And so far we believe that associating with your country will give us access to that technology. And as you quite rightly said, a very important Ghanaian company, Jospon, group of companies, are actively working with Thai producers to have access to this technology for the development of our rice industry. I'm hoping very much that your period as ambassador here, the period that will see the growth and the linkage in this area of our national lives.
It is an honor for me to present to Your Excellency the credentials from our Prime Minister, my credentials of appointment. I think that the opportunities being geographically located 200 miles off the coast of the United States and the gateway to the west between the Bahamas and Ghana, the gateway to Africa, are immense. And I promise to work diligently to promote the export of Ghanaian products and services and build a strong relationship.
We are determined to do in Ghana is to be a facilitator in the intercourse between you on that side and those of us on this side of the Atlantic. And this is the reason for the program we put out as the Year of Return, which was in 2019 to commemorate the 400 years of the first arrival of the 20 slaves in West African slaves in the Commonwealth of Virginia. And since then, we've developed the program to the Beyond the Return as a way of cementing the reconnection of both of us, the American side as well as here on the African side. I think it's extremely important that all of us see ourselves as part and parcel of one family and work towards increasing the strength and the sphere of influence. I'm always very fond of the statement that Peter Tosh is supposed to have said that it doesn't matter where you come from, if you're a black man, you're an African.
You're an African.
You're an African.
Yes, sir.
And that is what binds all of us.
La République dominicaine, c'est aujourd'hui la 7e économie de l'Amérique latine. Nous avons une manufacture très importante dans son frange de tourisme, etc., et d'autres domaines.
So I'd like to congratulate you for the achievements of your country, especially for the stability that your country has witnessed, for the democracy that your country has shown, and indeed is an example to many as a democratic country. And another area which I would like to congratulate you for is in relation to development. Indeed, your country is the second world cocoa producer. You also produce of diamond, oil, gold, and my country has distinguished itself in many areas in our region, the Caribbean region, manufacturing sector, and culture and tourism.
Nous avons, Monsieur le Président, permettez-moi, nous avons face aux défis dans le monde, dans la planète, concernant l'environnement, les problèmes climatiques, la santé, l'éducation. Mais je crois que comme au pays du tiers-monde, du Sud-Sud, la République dominicaine et Ghana puissent résoudre ces problèmes. Et surtout, en ce qui concerne les sauts technologiques et aussi la fracture numérique, qui sont des problèmes aussi très importants pour notre pays. Et je crois que ensemble, la République dominicaine et le Ghana puissent travailler ensemble pour établir des partenariats dans les domaines économiques et culturels en bénéfice des deux pays. Je vous dis, il y a plus de 300 Guinéens qui sont à Saint-Domingue, qui ont venu à Saint-Domingue cette année. C'est-à-dire, au plus, dans quelques jours, ils vont venir à Saint-Domingue 17 étudiants de football pour nous apprendre le football à nous. Oui, 17, à travers le ministère des Affaires extérieures. Pour nous, c'est très important. J'espère que vous le visitez un jour.
Bien sûr.
There are a number of global challenges that we in South-South cooperation arrangement can work together to resolve. Amongst these, we have issues of environment, climate, and so on. So, with technology, in the technology field, and another area that we can work together to find solutions to between our country and yours is with respect to the digital divide, where technology can be harnessed. And together we can work, as I said, in partnership in several fronts: economic, cultural areas. I must point out that we have 300 Ghanaians currently in Saint-Domingue, and there are 7 who are involved in football.
Football, oui.
Currently.
Mais d'autres vont chez nous comme touristes.
Yes, but there are many others
Mon pays is a wonderful place.
who come over to Saint-Domingue, to the Dominican Republic as tourists.
Come at a time when the need for countries like ours to cooperate closely in so many different areas of our national lives has never been greater.
Votre nomination, votre arrivée, c'est un point nommé parce que la nécessité de collaboration ne s'est jamais avait réussi à produire.
And some of the matters that you've already identified, the digital literacy, cooperation in tourism, possibilities of exchange of ideas, agriculture, these are all areas of concern to us here in Ghana. And we would welcome very much closer interaction with your country in trying to achieve our common objectives in this area.
Away from that, let's take you to the forecourts of the State House, where a flag hoisting ceremony has been held to commemorate the 78th anniversary of the United Nations existence here in Accra. Delivering a speech at the auspicious ceremony, the United Nations Resident Coordinator to Ghana, His Excellency Charles Abani, first applauded Ghana for being recently elected to the United Nations Human Rights Council from the year 2024 to 2026. And he added that Ghana has demonstrated good leadership on the global front, and this ought to be enumerated. Well, he also said the hoisting of the flag symbolizes our commitment to address collective responsibilities. The Minister for Foreign Affairs and Regional Integration, Shirley Ayoko Botwe, said government continues to show commitment by leading the charge for renewed and inclusive multilateralism at the United Nations Security Council.
Our gathering here is a symbol of a commitment to the unshakable importance of multilateralism to tackle global challenges, as well as to unity, freedom, and hope for a future that is brighter. Today is the 76th time that we raise these flags above us to demonstrate our commitment and strong commitment to finding universal solutions to our collective challenges. Raising the flag holds profound significance, representing our shared identity and the values we hold dear. This year has been busy and challenging, both domestically and internationally, and Ghana has played its role. Elected to the United Nations Security Council in June 2021 for the 2022-23 term, and assuming the presidency of the Council in November 22, Ghana has demonstrated great leadership in the pursuit of conflict prevention, post-conflict reconstruction, the strengthening of governance, and enhancing global peace and security for sustainable and inclusive development, particularly on the continent. We also applaud Ghana for recently being elected to the United Nations Human Rights Council for 2024-2026 term. This is a significant opportunity again to leverage the power of Ghana to enhance and raise the bar on this important aspect of our shared values. As we have raised this flag today, we recognize that it symbolizes our commitment to address our collective responsibilities. We are also tasked with upholding the principles that it represents. On the global stage, let us be emphatic that Ghana has played a strong and positive role on key issues of peace and security, such as the reforms to the Security Council and pushing for a more equitable global financial system that also seeks to make debt more sustainable, charting a course for just climate transition, raising the bar on the mitigation by announcing an ambitious agenda to achieve net zero by 2060, and charting a course for practical, just energy transitions. Ghana, your commitment is in no doubt.
The President of the Republic continues to show commitment by leading the charge for renewed and inclusive multilateralism at the United Nations Security Council level, where he advocated representativeness of the Security Council, comprehensive and broad-based preventive diplomacy, as well as global-level multilateralism with regional partnerships. Collectively, we can and must take measures that ensure that our actions yield the desired outcomes. It is only then that we can be propelled towards a future marked by equitable progress, harmonious coexistence, and the preservation of our planet for generations to come. It is important for us as stakeholders to remind ourselves that increased cooperation and collaboration is the way to confront our challenges. This can be done by ensuring that we work for peace and prosperity while making use of technological innovation for progressive and for sustainability. The need for each one to play their part cannot be overemphasized.
As we celebrate this 78th anniversary, we must commit ourselves to providing the youth with the tools and opportunities they need to make their voices heard and to effect positive change. We must support their education, encourage their entrepreneurial spirit, and ensure their voices are integral in decision-making processes at all levels. Our world must become a platform where every young person has the chance to reach their full potential, regardless of where they were born or the circumstances they were born into. As we commemorate the 78th anniversary of the United Nations, let us consider the lens of the global youth with open hearts and open minds. Let us pledge to work with them to build a world that honors the ideals on which this organization was founded. In doing so, we ensure that the United Nations continues to be a beacon of hope for generations to come. May we all be inspired by the energy, vision, and determination of young people as we navigate the challenges and opportunities that lie ahead of us.
Talk about an assignment that requires the attention of the world. Let's talk about COP28, which will be happening in the United Arab Emirates. The events will be held in Dubai from Thursday, November 30 to December 12. Now, the ambassador of the United Arab Emirates to Ghana, His Excellency Emir Al-Alawi, has planted 10 trees at the Gulf Triangle in Accra as a gesture of cooperation and keenness to strengthen ties between the two countries, that is the United Arab Emirates and the Republic of Ghana. In his speech, the ambassador said climate action is the responsibility of everyone. He added that for the first time ever in COP events, there will be a review of progress to access the limit of global warming known as Global Stock Take and a chart for better course for the future. He also added that the UAE has exceptionally granted Ghana a pavilion space within the Blue Zone where the World Climate Action Summit will be held. Gracing the event were Dr. Henry Kwabena Kokufu, Executive Director of the Environmental Protection Agency, Honorable Samuel Ni Ajay, Municipal Chief Executive for Clote Municipal Assembly. Also, Honorable Elizabeth Kwacho Teriasaki, the Mayor of Accra, and Ochiame Kwame, a climate activist and musician, were all there to celebrate or to see that this event was successful.
Thank you so much for coming.
Here in the heart of Accra, we are planting the gulf tree as a gesture of a cooperation and keenness to strengthen the ties. For the first time, my country is hosting the COP28. The COP28, which is the conference of the climate change. For the first time ever in COP events, there will be a review of progress, assess the limit of global warming, known as the global stock. And because of the close bilateral relation between the UAE and Ghana, I'm pleased to announce that the UAE exceptionally granted Ghana a pavilion within a blue space region. A pavilion space within the Blue Zone, where the World Climate Action Summit will be held. Now, more than ever, our planet needs us. We need to come together and work together to protect our planet and secure the future for the future generations. Climate action is responsibility for all of us.
But at this brief, very important event marking the planting of the gulf tree at the triangle behind the National Theatre, Accra. Let me first of all commend the Embassy of the United Arab Emirates for organizing this ceremony. The gulf tree, as we've already been told, has cultural, historical, and environmental significance. Additionally, it is a drought tree that's tolerant in all things and which can remain green even in harsh weather conditions and making it able to survive for 120 years. The AMA is indeed proud to be associated with this event, mainly because it falls exactly in line with the government of His Excellency President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo's agenda of planting trees to protect life and environment. It also fits into the Global World Program of improving adverse effect of climate change. I'm optimistic this symbolic tree planting exercise being undertaken this morning will go a long way to ginger interest of all Ghanaians and our development partners to sustain the efforts being made to plant trees and save the lives of people and all living organisms.
The program is very significant because of the bilateral climate change relations that Ghana and the UAE are forging. What can we learn from each other? What is going to be the shared knowledge of exchange? And as we are here to prepare to plant the gaff trees, what does the gaff tree represent? Sustainability. So the reason why I'm so happy is that not only are we doing this to let the media start talking about COP28 up until November, but also because of what the trees are going to do in this particular place. When a person is passing by and they want to get some air, and especially because of all these big buildings and the heat waves that are associated with the glass, these trees are going to give oxygen to everyone and cool down Accra.
Right, so all too soon, this is where we bring an end to today's production as we brought you Oktoberfest, a very interesting event that happens in Germany, replicated here in Accra, Ghana, as we start with the MD to discuss cultural diplomacy on the back of that, and also bringing you a summary of all the major events making headlines in Ghana's diplomatic circles. My name is Harriet Nati. The show is Diplomatic Affairs, which comes off every Saturday on Pan-African Television. I look forward to seeing you same time next week. Enjoy the rest of our programs. Good evening.